And just because you're intelligent doesn't mean that we're always gonna follow what you say. Okay, Rakia? It's time to switch up the strategy. Maybe you'll be okay in the next loop. It won't be. Rakia just gets voted out.
He's like, there's only one solution to this. The person who's gonna get voted out, and you think he's gonna point to Yuri, smash cut to him getting cold sleep. This guy cannot win. Poor Raquio, bruh.
Rakia's like, I'm the engineer. Yuri's like, BS. I'm the engineer.
I think this is like the freest round anybody has ever gotten in their lives. I'm not gonna lie.
What's good, anime enthusiasts? Welcome to yet another episode review of Gnosia. And I don't know what's going on anymore. What about you, JD?
Man, it feels like we might be bugging out a little bit, you know?
I am. Truly, I am. With your favorite character messing almost everything up. And now knowing what our power is and what's the deal with Setsu, I now have more beef with Setsu. I really do.
Oh, you're coming down on Setsu?
For real.
And my girl Yuriko?
Yes.
What?
Yes. Like not even like a playful hate scenario. I'm like, these two, they are the actual villains. I think they are in my headcanon.
I think this one's going to bring out a lot of strong feelings for both my game players and for my anime onlys. Because, you know, when somebody introduces you to the concept of looping, it's just like, oh, we're going to be with you the whole time. And then they don't help you for like the first 5 loops. I get it. I see where you're coming from, but I'm not so convinced. My biases are headstrong, you know?
Oh no, don't worry. When I attacked Attack on Titan's plotline and you defended it with your last breath to no avail to convince me, I'm gonna do the same with Gnosia. Probably on a lighter sense because I'm a little more invested, but at the same time, I see what they were going for and I don't know if this is like the best case or if there was something else that they did decide, but they chose this route. That's where I'm at.
Yeah. I personally can't wait to hear your thoughts because from what I'm seeing, I'm active on the Reddit and all that jazz. Some people have some serious issues, and I just cannot see it yet.
With the episode or the game?
With the episode, specifically about Setsu and Yuri, how they treat each other at the beginning of the loops and stuff like that.
Okay. So speaking of Yuriko, we do meet Yuriko. And through Setsu, we learn that she is a shrine maiden from a different sub-light space fleet. And when she's talking to Yuri, she's very not lofty or loofy. She's very eccentric. She drags her words a lot, talking about their will. So very supernatural and existential crisis type of things. Typically, some things you wouldn't really notice or see in like a sci-fi setting. Even the instance of her being a shrine maiden in a sci-fi world is the two juxtapositions are kind of odd in that nature. I guess it's kind of cool at the same time. Speaking of which, at the meeting, Gina's not there. She's replaced seemingly by Yuriko in this loop. When Yuri is like, where's Gina? Everybody was like, who's Gina? So what Yuri thinks and what I'm also thinking as well is like in this timeline, whatever the Gnosia attack on Liyuan is, or when it happened, Gina and the others probably didn't make it out, or they probably got away on another ship. Who really knows? But for all intents and purposes, in this loop, Gina's not here, Yuriko's here. Also, there's one Gnosia, but it's never told if there's any other roles. And after that, Yuri, rightfully so, breaks down. This is coming off of us like actually succeeding in one loop, and now we have to question well, what does it matter? Why are we still here doing this if even if we succeed, we're just gonna go back to day one? Well, what's the point? If I lose, I come back. If I win, I'm gonna come back. What's the point?
And this is what I was getting at back in episode 2 or 3, where I said this is going to be very disappointing for Yuri going through this time loop. And seeing it on screen actually hurt my whole soul, because it's like you did the one thing you were supposed to, and the stakes were pretty high, and you made it out with as many people as possible, including Setsu herself, just for you to loop back. I get it. I would be deep in my thoughts too.
I don't like that smile anymore.
Oh.
At the end of that episode 3, when she smiled, and after seeing episode 4, I understand now. I don't like it. But during the meeting, it's very vibes based. Like nobody knows anything, and we can't really pinpoint anything. And this is where Yuriko does her thing that's still not explained. So the best way I can put it is that she's very controlling, manipulative, and her presence overtakes everything. And whatever she says just kind of goes. She even like blindly accuses Shigemichi for something, like calling him like, hey, you're worthy. Hey, you seem like a good choice. And everyone goes with it except for one person in the vote out scenario. And then Shigemichi's gone. And I'm like, what just happened? What did she do? Like, no
queen, yo.
listen. No other character has any kind of sway or personality to like do things, right? Everyone's mostly free thinking. Rakyo is the intelligent one who's very aggressive and abrasive. We have SQ, who's very childlike and fun and aloof. Back on SQ like a little bit more later. Gina is more of the reserved, quiet one. We have Stella, who seems very studious and very nice. We have Setsu, who is I am in the military, Setsu. And we have us, Yuri, who's still pretty thinking. How was Yuriko able to just talk and everyone just goes along with her?
Yuriko just has the perfect amount of like everybody's core attributes, right? She's very much a forward woman. She comes out, she's almost pulled from an entirely different era, right? From what you expect from like a sci-fi universe, right? She's very formal. She's very intricate with her words. She's very slow. And ultimately, she's demanding. At the beginning of this loop in particular, when she first meets Yuri, and Yuri and Setsu start to talk to each other, before they even get in the meeting, she's like, are you two not trying to sabotage us? I won't allow that. Because she knows how dangerous it is for two people to be working together before the meetings, right? She's just a presence and a force, and oh god, I love her.
I need more alone time. I need more like scenes with her in order for me to like fully understand and kind of be okay with what she's presenting and what she's allowed to do. Because right now she just seems OP for seemingly no reason, if that makes sense.
I definitely see what you're saying, especially since all the other loops so far, everybody's had to like fight or come up with like really good reasons to not get cold sleep. I think what helps with this loop in particular is that she pointed out Shigemichi on round 1, right? And also set it up so that Yuri doesn't get like called out for being zoned out during the conversation before. You know how it is with first days of the loop. It's usually going to be a vibes-based book.
Yeah.
And Shigemichi just happened to be the last person to get tapped.
Or the only person to ever like have who won't just like gang up on them for any one reason. But still, afterwards, we try to find out more about Yuriko through SQ. And SQ just be SQ and not really give us any answers at all. And this is where I guess we see another side of SQ, to where in this loop she's more childish, very childlike, to the point to where she's probably preteens or even like, yeah, preteen, like a preteen kid, like just came out. And Yuri made the point, it's like, what? It seems like you've been sheltered for like a long time. And Iski was like, yeah, I've been out in the world for like at least a year now. And I'm like, huh? What? I see a grown woman who's acting like a child. That makes sense. It happens in like in the real world. You know, there's grown people who act very childish, but you know they still have, you know, the mentality of an adult in some regards. But SQ is just sitting here, just like painting her toenails, like, and she's like not really paying attention. I'm like, what happened to my flirty SQ? I want her. I don't want this.
And this is the beauty of it all, right? SQ, she comes out, she says she's only been around the world for 1 year, so she doesn't really know anything about Yuriko. Yuriko herself being pretty almost in her own sphere. You can see between the meeting and the second day, other people having their conversations. Yuri picks SQ, Stella and Setsu talk for a little bit in some of the transition scenes. Yuriko is nowhere to be found, and even at the beginning of the loop, Setsu said that Yuriko is a shrine maiden, but not much else about her is really known. Yuri has to like dig for that himself, right?
Yeah. And with after that scene, Yuri is by himself looking at a hologram of the sublight speed ship Hoshibun, and Yuriko just rolls up on the Yuri like very stealthy, and Yuriko takes us to the observatory room, and again Yuriko just goes off on this supernatural talk, and the main thing to get out of it is that she talks about a distortion, and Yuri just falls over and just feels the dominance from Yuriko, and I don't know what to think of it.
This was for the fans.
Okay. I assume it means something, I guess hopefully later for the story. But if this is one of those game event scenarios that happens in the game, but they brought it to life in the anime and it doesn't really go anywhere, I'm okay with that. It just felt weird that it probably doesn't have any connection to the main story. Maybe, I don't know. In my head canon, or what I'm thinking is probably Yuriko has some sense of what's going on with Yuri, and then by later proxy Setsu. I just don't know. She probably knows something, but she can't pinpoint it. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. It's a very, not intricate, but like intimate scene where Yuriko tries to discern the nature of distortion, and Yuri has to like think to himself, I'm the distortion? What is distorting, right? Because, you know, this is loop 5 Yuri. He doesn't know anything, and like, neither do we. So we're put in that very predicament. It's very awkward. It's very brutal.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens that's even worse, I think, is immediately after this, he has to go to bed. My boy gets taken out. He has to move, bruh. Rakuyo just went and took his life, bruh.
Speaking of, this is the only time so far in the anime series that we ever seen the Gnosia do something during warp. And I was thinking, wait, Rakuyo's the Gnosia. Why are you showing us this? Then Yuri screams. And then we get sent back. And I'm like, yes, we're not safe. Always. We will get taken out at some point or one another, no matter what happens.
Yeah, there's no more room for plot armor. I know some of you anime onlys were getting antsy.
No, in this anime, there is no plot armor. But speaking of plot armor, and what technically Yuri does have plot armor by going back in the loop. But when we do go back and we wake up and Setsu's there, and we just absent-mindedly mention about being attacked by the Gnosia, Setsu's like, oh, she just mentioned about the loop thing. And then Yuri's like, what? Loop? What you know about loops? And then Setsu's like, it's still the first day. And she just unfurls her arm and she shows her the cube power that she gave Yuri. And then my mind just melted and exploded. And I was like, what the hell is going on now? I want off this crazy train right now.
Yeah, man. Everything's exploding into place now. So for anybody that is confused about how this can be possible, we gotta remember that both Yuri and Setsu are jumping between timelines, and Setsu will explain this concept to you pretty easily. The other thing that's sort of important to know is that Schrodinger's box doesn't just apply to Yuri and his like being Gnosia. It can apply to a bunch of other factors like which crewmates are going to be present on the ship during the time, who has the silver key at this moment, right? Which is a little bit less of a thing, but still sort of important to know. So in one timeline, Setsu could have given Yuri a silver key, and in another, while looping, Setsu can have hers as well, since she's also looping, since the silver key enables the loops in the first place.
So speaking of this silver key, good God, this thing is gonna destroy me and all of us anime viewers. So the silver key is explained to us by Setsu. It is a life form that implants into a human, and it causes them to be reborn in a loop. And just like JD mentioned, Setsu is also looping, but she's doing so at a different rate. Such as Setsu has done this over 100 times already, while Yuri, this is like, I believe his 5th or 6th time doing this. And in the silver key is our objective. While we're doing all of this loop shenanigan business, the silver key itself is being filled with knowledge, as this little life form craves knowledge of anything about humans, and it forces their host to loop in order to collect this knowledge. All we need to do is just fill the silver key with its knowledge to the max, and then maybe that's it, maybe it's over. And to confirm everything, we get a small little comedic scene with SQ and Gina, and after that our silver key fills a little bit. The reason why is because we learn about Gina's favorite food, and so the key fills up, but only like a tiny bit, like a very tiny bit. And then we tested out what happens when we already know some knowledge. When Stella comes in and sees Yuri and Setsu, she has little flowers, and we kind of confirm again that Stella likes flowers. But when we look at our key, it doesn't fill. Well, in a later loop, when Stella was the Gnosia, Shigemichi and Yuri already went to her garden, and we already knew that she liked flowers because she was in the garden and she was tending to it. So any info that we already collected is not going to matter, but anything new that we get, it's going to matter. And so now we have our objective: fill the silver key, and it said it's supposed to leave its host and go to another dimension and supposedly collect more knowledge. Who knows? But now we must survive as long as possible in every single loop and learn about others in the small little interims that we have outside of the voting, or sometimes in the voting, just trying to learn about people. What is this silver key, dude? What is this? Like, what? I hope this silver key has a big payoff in the end, because I am less interested now knowing that our power isn't just a power, and our objective isn't just to find a timeline in which everyone can safely leave, rather than we are actually being forced by some life form. And by proxy, really, we were forced by Setsu to fill this silver key with knowledge. And then we get to, I guess, leave. But here's the thing. If we do, succeed and the silver key just leaves, and we're still stuck in this, well, now our loop is our actual timeline. If we somehow die, that's it, game over. Truly and fully. But if we do live and, cold sleep all the Gnosia, well, the people that we kind of get attached to, they're gone forever. And the people who survive, they're the ones that survive. Also, Setsu is also looping. There's now 2 separate silver keys. What's the point of having these 2? Well, my thing is Setsu gave us her silver key in the first loop. Destroying her box is really messing us up, because it seems like Setsu in one loop has decided to create another branch within her own thing, and it continues on from there. So we don't know what's gonna happen to Setsu at the end of her journey, since hers is, I believe, halfway full or about 3/4 full, and we're just beginning.
Yeah, man. It's there's a lot to unpack, especially regarding like any plot that has to do with like time loops or like multiverse type deals. It's a lot to pick up. And I'm pretty sure Yuri is going to self-destruct once he figures out that he has to deal with any of it.
It's I don't here's the thing. It's from what is being told to us now about the silver key thing, any ending is not gonna feel good in a sense, right? There's no concrete ending. It's really like we get to choose the ending. In the game, yeah, sure, you get to choose the ending that you want at the end of it all, depending on how it is or how it goes. But in anime, and this is like a one-time deal, right? You only get one chance, you only get one ending to get it on, and you don't know which one it is. There's no telling how many people there are actually going to be at the end of it all. There's no telling if we are going to be at the end of it all. There's no telling if Setsu is still going to have her key at the end of it all. We don't know. There's just too many unknowns. So I don't know. That's just me from like a story's perspective. I'm down on it. Yeah, I'm down on it, just not too much, or I'm waiting to see how they write something that'll be interesting, but a little satisfactory at the same time.
Just thinking about it, imagine you finish your key and you're in a loop where it's just like you and Rakio. You'd be begging to have your key reset, like, bro, take me back.
Nah,
anybody but here.
And the key hops out. It was like, bye fam, thanks for the knowledge. I was like, bro, can you send me back one more time? I don't want to be here with that blue thing over there.
So Rakio will go like, nah, G, see you later.
But here's a very funny thing, right? Rakio did it in episode 3 where they lied about being an engineer and them being a Gnosia. Setsu says that she's the Gnosia. Setsu says she's the Gnosia. And I was like, wait a minute. That's my idiotic play. What are you doing? Because at the end of like the Silver Key explanation, Yuri's like, well, it's good that I have a partner in crime that's gonna help us eliminate all the Gnosia. And Setsu's like, it's not a very, there's no reason why I haven't told you why I have a silver key and I haven't been looping. I'm a Gnosia. Doesn't even shake his hand or anything. And it shows like a sliding scene of where Stella is like in the cut, hiding and waiting, and she hears everything. And I'm like, oh no. So during the warp, instead of Yuri getting assassinated, SQ is assassinated. So now it's Stella, Gina, Setsu, Yuriko, and Yuri.
Alright. So imagine you're getting the pep talk from your like loop mentor. She's trying to make sure you like understand you have to like try your best and not quit. And then she has to hit you with the, oh yeah, but I'm gonna
That'd be me, I'm not gonna lie.
My heart was destroyed, bro.
Bro, I would do that, I'm not gonna lie.
The poor Yuri, bro. Nah.
Mm-hmm.
That's so whack. But then again, she leaves Yuri alive. I don't know what that is. And then even at the beginning of the discussions that day, she starts to defend Yuri a little bit, right? Because Yuri is feeling very complicated about this whole situation. Side note, there's an engineer, but they're not fessing up to anything. Guess that means they didn't find anything that night. It's no sweat. It's no biggie.
Yeah, it's just Setsu lightly pressing Yuri. I was saying like, hey, do you know anything? Have you seen anything? Huh? Huh? And then everyone else is like, hold on. Are you suspecting Yuri? And then Stella just outright comes up and says, hey, Yuri, Setsu, you two are having a conversation last night about something very particular where you, Setsu, you said you were Gnosia. And then Yuriko is like, oh, Yuri? Is that true? And Yuri is just staying silent. He's like looking around. All eyes are on him. And the only thing he really says is he gets out a stuttering I. And then voting happens. And Stella gets voted out. And Setsu lives 3-2. Are you kidding me?
You have to understand. This was like the greatest outcome. I don't even care. Like, my girl Stella got hoed. Poor Stella, boo. I would feel really salty about that if I was playing, but I'm with Yuri here. Like, you just got the best advice in the world from Setsu, and you have to vote her out immediately? Nah, bro, give me my run back. Let's go one more round.
No, it's not even a run back. It's like after that, Setsu and Yuri have a moment between each other and they're talking and they're like, well, why didn't you vote me out? Well, why didn't you rat me out? And Yuri was like, well, why didn't you kill me? And Setsu's like, touche.
It's like they show so much care for each other in this moment, and it's like incredible. I think the first time when she's explaining all the loop stuff, they're in like a very lively place, sort of like a France market type beat. And then afterwards, when they go back and have their talk, this time they're in Yuri's space, which is like very open and sort of lonely, has trees and everything, and sort of random structures placed around. So they can have like a private moment alone with each other. And they do like one more hope speech where it's like, hey, don't put yourself at a disadvantage just because of me. You really have to like try your best and fill your silver key and like do your best. And Yuri's like, okay, I get you. Kill me like during the night, and I'll try my best next time. I'll feel too bad to Stella. Which, if it's me, low key, I'm saying take out Yuriko, and then I'll vote you out during the meeting. But I love it. It's very good. It really strengthens Yuri's resolve.
Yeah, I guess. It was a good moment for Yuri to really solidify that Setsu is on his side. Whether she is good, whether she's Gnosia, that is to be expected. Which kind of comes into like a theory that I have. Is that Yuri's gonna be Gnosia in one of these loops. If Setsu can be one, Yuri can be one.
Oh my god, I can't wait for Yuri Gnosia.
I can't wait either.
That'd be so cool. Oh god, what if he ends up being like Rakio and gets instantly voted out? The one time he gets Gnosia.
I don't think anybody can beat Rakio's like first meeting streak.
I don't know. Oh wait, by the way, this is the third time getting voted out first
Yeah.
in this episode. They didn't even show the meeting. They were just like, yeah, Rakio was going in the boot, bruh. And then Shigamichi tied. Not tied, but Shigamichi got to feel it this time.
No, it doesn't matter. All we care about is day one vote out stats. Rakio is hitting it hard.
It's so good. Yuri on the other side of Yuriko, first round. I'm gonna say it. That's my prediction.
God. But we do get assassinated during the warp. And in the next loop, we go up and we're a lot more confident in everything. And when we go up the elevator and it's revealed, we get 2 new characters and the episode ends.
For me, this episode, best episode in the series. I loved it. It's a tight race, but it's just too good. You really feel things starting to like heat up in both like the theory side and the gameplay side and the animation side. Everything is just so cute, man. I love it.
Yeah, I still think the second episode would be my favorite so far. Maybe 3. 2 or 3. One of those. Because there's a lot more in between, and Nah, I don't. But and I don't like question the story and its premise. But this episode made me question the story's premise, so it brought it down for me. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, man, it's like a blooming onion.
That's I don't know. That's a good analogy for it. It's a blooming onion, and we take out all of the onions while it's still blooming.
Infinite blooming onion.
No, but we'll see what happens in the next episode. We'll see what happens that's in store for our other characters, especially these two new ones, as we're getting more and more and more characters. Maybe there'll be one Gnosia, maybe there'll be two. Maybe we get another new role. Maybe we don't get a new role. But Yuri has his objective. Spend time with people, fill the silver key, and whatever happens next. But with that, let us know words. Let us know in the comments below what you guys think about the episode. What are your predictions? What do you think about commanding Yuriko? She's still like down on the list of me. She's like middle of the road so far. I ain't too much in tune with her.
Nah, right. Everybody's gonna learn the glory of my queen.
Nah. SQ is still there for me. The flirty SQ. I can't deal with childlike SQ.
Well, if you think about it, both SQs are flirting. One is just, oh no, she wasn't even that much childlike. She was just saying like, oh yeah, I was literally born yesterday. I don't know that much, right?
Yeah. I just want more of her. That's all.
So the real thing comes out. I get it.
Hey, you got two. I only have one. At least I have like a good bias.
No, I get it. I love the whole cast, man. Okay, except Chippy. But
Is Chippy the dolphin?
No, Chippy is the guy with the cat in his neck.
Oh, okay. That's one of our new characters. All right.
Maybe the anime will change my mind on him. But Chippy is just a guy. You know?
That guy with the cat.
Yeah, cat guy.
All right, y'all. We'll leave it at that. I hope y'all have a good day, night, evening, morning, wherever you are in the world. And I hope your day is just a little bit better than it already is. Take care, and we'll see y'all in the next episode. Peace.
Bye-bye.